to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting your interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this law, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having a date, time, and place posted in the lobby of the Borough Hall. Notices were sent at the beginning of the year to the Record and the Ridgewood News, and the notice was filed with the municipal clerk. The mission of our governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy to safeguard our infrastructure, providing honest, courteous, and professional services, establishing a sense of trust and accomplishment with our taxpayers. We do this through research and prudent planning, seeking to minimize risk while improving municipal services. We are sensitive to the needs of the taxpayer while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people within the revenue constraints that are imposed by state mandates, present economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. We are on the record both by video and audio. If a member of the public wishes to be heard, they need only identify themselves and they can make a statement or ask any question. We have 3 exits in council chambers, 2 to the front and 1 to the rear. Can I have a roll call, please, Denise?
Councilwoman Murphy.
Here.
Councilman Coppola.
Here.
Councilwoman Mercedes.
Here.
Councilman McMillan.
Here.
Councilman Capistretta.
Present.
Councilman Papaleo.
Here.
And Mayor Mascarotola.
Present. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the Mayor and Council for the work session and the regular meeting of February 18, 2014?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstain, any opposed? All right, this evening we have proclamations and awards. We first have a Assembly resolution and proclamation by our Assemblyman Tim Eustace, who has entered the chambers, to River Edge resident Patrick Carney. Is Mr. Carney here? Good evening, everybody. How are you, Senator? If you would be so good as to tell the public why you are presenting this certificate to Mr. Carney?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Face the audience if you will, Patrick. So, how laws work is, I'm not chock full of ideas. How they work is someone presents a problem to us, and we try and address that. It's very unusual to have a young person come up to us and say, please, can you solve my problem? Patrick wanted to enter a photo contest and found out, through the way we all find things out by trying to do things, that it was illegal for him to enter the contest in the state of New Jersey. I think it was North Korea, Iran, and the state of New Jersey. Because it was a form of gambling that he wasn't allowed to enter. So we didn't understand what the problem was. He brought it forward to us. So the impetus for changing this law was all on Patrick, who saw that this was unfair. To us, so we have a joint resolution for you that we'll be presenting to you. I don't have it with me tonight. But you get a joint resolution that comes in a folder like this. And I just wanted to thank you for your hard work and to say this is where it begins. If you want something changed, you need to stand up and do it. Your parents would be very proud. Good job, folks. That's how it happens. One day maybe you'll take this chair. Or mine. You know, it's a good start. Can we get a picture with them?
Sure,
with them
sure.
there? You want to drag your parents up here? All hands.
Hopefully we get the chairs here by the time
Thank you. Has one other certificate for former Fire Chief John Malvey.
Former chief, come on up here. Let me say something quickly that maybe you don't understand. Today is an emergency in the state of New Jersey for some ludicrous reason. But it was a state of emergency, and I have to say that our staff, even in emergency, shows up. Carlos had a snow day today, and is here working with us. So thank you for doing that. And I apologize for getting here late, but I see Caitlin still 8. And I was remiss, former chief, in not presenting this to you as you retired. What we spoke of is there are 2 great days in a chief's life, right?
Yes, sir.
The day you become chief and the day you're done. Good job. We're all proud of you, and thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
Now, let's-
Thank you, sir.
Great job.
Appreciate it. And now I'd like to call up...
You're going to let him stay in town?
I'd like to call up Mary Davis. Mary has been a riding member. This is something that I didn't understand. Our members and our riding members. An active member. She's been a riding member of the River Edge Volunteer Ambulance Service for 40 years.
Holy moly.
Let me read the proclamation. Whereas Mary Davis has been a resident of River Edge since 1966. Wow. Whereas Mary has sold real estate in River Edge since 1975 and opened the Mary Davis Real Estate Agency. She's the president of the New Jersey Association of Realtors in 2005, the regional vice president for the National Association in 2008, representing New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. She joined the River Edge Volunteer Ambulance Corps in 1973. Wow. And at 40 years of service is still the longest active riding member. Whereas she has unselfishly given her talents, time, and devotion to the community, which has been immeasurably enriched by her service as a volunteer member. Now therefore be it resolved that on behalf of the council, we do honor Mary Davis in grateful appreciation and recognition of her 40 years of service to the community.
One thing about the ambulance corps is
Speech.
only good straight friends. And every year I try to quit for 5 years now. And every president says, every captain says, don't go while I'm captain, please. And this captain not only asked me not to go, but she extended my riding time up to
Smart captain.
But I just think anybody here who knows anybody that might be thinking of retiring or that works part-time, it's a wonderful thing. I started with my neighbor across the street, running her children. She watched my kids when I went. I watched her kids because they were just dire kids. So we're still there, and that is still the my people. You know anybody?
And I have a joint resolution from the Senate and Assembly for you. Congratulations.
Now if we could get Mary Ann Chambers. Mary Ann, I'm going to put you on the spot here for a minute, and I just want you to tell the public what events occurred on February the 1st of this year.
Well, I was up early on a Saturday morning, and I was riding along Bogut, and the side of my eye, I saw something red. I thought someone fell, so I pulled over and went back, and there was a little old lady there. She had a red coat on and an orange hat, And when I spoke to her, I knew she was very confused. So I just called 911 I said it's not an emergency, but there's a woman who's very confused, an elderly lady, and, I don't know where she lives or anything. So then Paramus Police, I got them for some reason, and they said, oh, please stay with her. We've been looking for her all night, that she was from the Bergen Mall, and she ended up close to like Total Wine and Bogut Road.
She had been missing for over 10 hours, outside in the elevator, in, sub-freezing temperature. But we want to thank you for that. A good Samaritan certificate of recognition for you, Mary Ann. I'll
Thank
give
you.
that to you.
Thanks for that. Glad I helped her.
From the Joint Assembly. It's always good when neighbors get involved. You never know whose life you're going to save.
Right.
If we can get a picture.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, we're not the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
They can just
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblyman.
Thank you for
Anybody from the Ebola organization present? All right.
What is it? It's done every month, every year.
Carney, Houston Chamber, Ebola month. Okay. Everybody sticking around for the meeting? Surprise. Surprise. What? No, I'm not chasing them out. Wow. See what you did? Surprise.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public for any issue on the agenda? So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Before everybody runs out, is there anyone who would like to make a comment on any issue on the agenda? All right, can I have a motion to close to the public on this item?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have some appointments and personnel changes. We have a nomination of the appointment of Eileen Chusid, 931 Poplar Avenue, to the Zoning Board of Adjustment as a second alternate for a 2-year term.
So moved. Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? We have a motion to approve a salary change for Scott Ader, tree trimmer, from an annual salary of $68,921 to $69,838 due to a step increase from Step 4 to Step 5.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Okay, can I please have a motion to approve the hiring of Felice Rappaport, 111 Commander Black Drive, Oradell, as a school crossing guard at a probationary rate of $16.81 an hour, contingent upon training and medical exam.
So moved.
Second. There's been a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Next is to approve the appointment of Neil Carroll, 321 Wells Avenue, to the Traffic and Safety Committee for a 3-year term, effective 12/31/16. This is an appointment by the fire chief pursuant to the Traffic and Safety Ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? All right. Next, we have correspondence, letters, and notices that are listed on the agenda, which are available to be reviewed by the public at the clerk's office. In addition to the correspondence, we have monthly reports from the Shade Tree Commission for January and from the tax collector for the 2013 annual statement. We have an ordinance on for first reading, which is ordinance number 1802. I would like the clerk to read the title to the ordinance.
Ordinance 1802, an ordinance appropriating $60,000 from the general capital fund balance for the construction, reconstruction, and improvement of the sanitary sewer system.
So moved. Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for the first reading of ordinance number 1802 for improvements to the sewer system in the amount of $60,000. Is there any discussion? Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Capola?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bastides?
Yes.
Councilman Mignon?
Yes.
Councilman Equifreda?
Yes.
And Councilman Pacarello?
Yes.
All right, this ordinance will be published in the newspaper and will be listed for a public hearing and final adoption. We have a ordinance on for a second reading and a public hearing, which is ordinance number 1801. Madam Clerk, can you read the title?
An ordinance amending Chapter 71, Article 3, promotional policy for lieutenants of the Code of the Borough of River Edge.
All right, this is a ordinance regarding the promotion from sergeant or officer to lieutenant. The reason for the change in the test was based upon a recommendation by our borough attorney that it would be beneficial to us if we included a written test into the ordinance and to put some objective criteria in it. So we reviewed the amendment and we approved it on first reading. We have advertised it in the paper. It is on for a public hearing. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 1801?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Would any member of the public like to be heard on ordinance number 1801, which changes the testing requirements for the position of lieutenant? Can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Can I have a motion for the final adoption of ordinance number 1801?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Can I have a roll call, please, Denise?
Councilwoman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Capola?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bastides?
Yes.
Councilman Mignon?
Yes.
Councilman Equifreda?
Yes.
And Councilman Pacarello?
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, the ordinance has been adopted. Let's see. We have resolutions by consent, 14-110, up to payment of the bills, 14-126. Would any member of the governing body like to pull out for separate discussion, consideration, or vote any resolution on the consent agenda? Kathleen?
14-125, just a clarification of that.
Okay. What's your question?
So was this property, is this like a foreclosure, or the tax, who owns this now? Does the property owner?
Mayor, if I may.
Alan can address the question.
If we have unpaid taxes, those taxes go to a tax sale, and private outside lien holders have the ability to bid on those outstanding taxes. The private outside lien holder, the private bidder pays the municipality those taxes, and then the homeowner or the commercial establishment has the ability to pay that private person who holds the lien and redeem those taxes from that person, in some cases with interest and in some cases without interest. So this is a redemption of that tax sale certificate to a private outside lien holder.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other, you want to keep it on the consent agenda, or
Yeah,
have a
keep it on.
separate
Yeah.
vote?
Keep it on.
Okay. Can I have a motion by consent for resolutions 14-110 up to and including 14-125?
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? All right, Councilman Mignon, can you read and move resolution 14-126, the payment of bills?
Yes, ma'am. Whereas vouchers for the payment of goods and services rendered to the Borough of River Edge have been received, and whereas each bill has been checked by the receiving department, approved by the Chief Financial Officer and Borough Clerk, and reviewed by the 3 members of the Finance Committee. Now therefore be it resolved that bills as listed now be confirmed for payment from the appropriate funds as follows. Current account, $784,443.71. Capital account, $5,480. Recreation account, $961.48. Animal welfare account, $193.80. Trust others developers account, $5,900. Trust other account, $208. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Okay. Can I have a motion to open the 8 o'clock public meeting to the public?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the meeting is open to the public for any member of the public to speak on any issue affecting their interest. Would anybody like to make a statement, have a question? Can I have a motion to close the hearing to the public?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we do have 3 interviews to conduct in closed session of potential police recruits. Are there any council comments this evening? Let's just go around the list. We'll get to Kathleen, anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Anthony?
Nothing.
Ellen? Thank you. Ed?
Yeah, I just wanted to make one note that we introduced our budget, and every year it's the same, almost like a blip in the radar, and after all the hours and days and the weeks that go into putting it, it's always anticlimactic where it gets put on the consent agenda, and I think I'm glad it was on the consent agenda. I think that means we all pretty much came to a good consensus on where we ended up. And just, there's nobody here recording for the public, but for the people that are here, our budget came in a 1.58% increase over last year, which is really good. The average tax increase is $72, which is $5 off last year's rate, a little over 2.3% increase. I don't think I have to say it was easy to get there, and I know we made some decisions this year which may impact next year's budget, and hopefully we'll see increases in revenue and get some more ratables on board this year, particularly with the Total Wine. That'll help a little bit. But I think we're slowly starting to get back into a sustainable position. I keep advocating that we need to live within our means, trying to get to this at least a 2% threshold, and down the future even less. But all in all, I think this was a budget that's in a step in the right direction compared to last year. So just wanted to say that, Mayor.
Thank you. I agree with everything you said. I think we should probably do another press release like we did last year, include everybody's name on it. If you want, I'll draft it and then circulate it for comments.
Sure. I support that.
All right.
I wasn't going to make a comment, but for the public who are watching us online, will be watching us online when it's uploaded, we have taped, this year we have taped the budget meetings, so anyone in the public who'd like to see the process and hours and hours and days that we took can do so by clicking on those, are they on YouTube?
The police application.
YouTube recordings.
Take a look at it. Absolutely. All right, thank you. Anything else? All right, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
It actually is 2.
Thank you.
Okay. How are you, Mr. Kieferly?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Fine. Do you want to take a seat right there and we can begin the interview? First, we'll give you an opportunity to make a little opening remark if you want to, or if not, we can just begin questioning. Why do you think you're particularly suited to work in the River Edge Police Department?
I think I'd be an excellent candidate for River Edge. I've always been...
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Michael.
How are you, Michael? You can take a seat right here.
Thank you very much.
Michael, I'm Mayor Muscaritolo. This is the council. You're here for an interview. We've received your application. We've all gone through it. We are going to ask you some questions and delve into some of your information here on your application. Before we begin, if you could just tell us in a few words why you think you're particularly well-suited to work for the River Edge Police Department.
Absolutely. My name is Michael Crow. I feel I would fit River Edge very well.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to meet you.
You too.
How you doing? Good evening. Thanks for coming.
You too.
Hi, thanks for coming.
You?
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye. Meet you. Bye.
All right, Mr. McHugh, you just want to take a seat there?
Thank you.
The council has reviewed your application. They're going to have questions for you. The chief may have a question for you. I may have a question for you. Before we begin, if you want to tell us in your own words.
Situation tonight.
Can we make a proposal to someone tonight if we like them?